Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Welcome to the live drive of the 2021 Mercedes E450 sedan. Now the rain is actually just letting up. As you can see, it's sunny, so maybe we'll have to have Rainbow Patrol out for this one. But we're gonna go for a little bit of drive over the next hour. We're gonna talk about all the neat things that Mercedes has chalked into this mid-size sedan. We're gonna talk about its looks. We're gonna talk about how it fits in with the other luxury mid-size sedans in its class. Talk about if it's worth the price. Most importantly, chat with you all and apologize for not being live on Friday. We were busy and entirely forgot. Slash, probably wouldn't have done it even if we remembered, because we were out of town. But either way, we'll talk about that as well. So I'm gonna do a quick walk around and then get in the car because I'm not sure how the signal is here and I don't like getting wet. Mercedes, wonderful E-Class. You know, the E-Class has always been a great sweet spot for Mercedes because it's much nicer than the C-Class. You have a much smoother ride, many more features, often the leading edge of Mercedes technology, often even above the more luxurious S-Class. The S-Class kind of takes what the E-Class has already introduced a few years later and perfects it. But the E-Class is often on the bleeding edge, and I gotta say right off the bat, I'm a little bit disappointed in this E-Class over previous E-Classes, and we'll talk about that a little bit more throughout the trip today. But let's start by hopping in the driver's seat, go for a quick drive while people filter into the chat, and head to a place where we might have a little bit more stable signal. Oh, and of course, actually, we've got excellent signal here where we are. But the rain is here anyway, so we're gonna let Liz get out of the rain into the car. Say hello to Alyssa, everybody, and say hello to us if you're in the chat. We'll get reading those things right off the bat here. Hopefully we got Moran in the chat for this one because he owns a Mercedes GLS 63 as well as an old, I want to say about 1996 Mercedes E500. So he owns an E-Class, and it'll be interesting to get his take on some of the things we have to talk about today.
Cool. All right. Joshua John and Ace Safari say hello.
Hey guys.
Ace Safari says, can I ask you something? Absolutely.
Well, technically you just did.
Well, I guess so. But that's what that's why we read these. We want you to ask things so we can talk about it.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you already did.
Oh.
Number one gamer says, yo!
Yo, number one gamer.
Ace Safari is asking if you have a link or something to your test song bass Red Lips? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's the one who commented a few days ago on a video, but I did reply to your comment if that was you with a link. But in all the descriptions of every sound test, you can scroll down and see all the links. And Red Lips and Chill Shop are both done by the same artist. So you actually have to click on the link that I provided and then scroll down through their SoundCloud a little ways and you'll see Red Lips. But also, if you're the one who commented on that video, then you should be able to find it because I sent a direct link.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Ace Safari says, love your vids, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Alex P says, hey guys.
Hey, Alex P.
And Moran says hello.
Hello, Moran.
Nice.
I don't know when you clicked on Moran, but we announced earlier that we're curious of your thoughts on this car, considering you are both an E-Class and double Mercedes owner.
Nice.
Although he also just ordered an Audi, so interesting call.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I think Moran said he already owned a Mercedes AMG GT, and that would be sort of the Audi R8 competitor.
Oh, wow.
By Mercedes, so I can't remember if you said you already owned one of those, and if you did, why didn't you stick with it, and why did you get an R8 instead? Because I would pick a GTR over an R8. So, interesting.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Would you take a Mercedes AMG GTR?
How can I help?
Shh, no, we're not talking to you. Cancel.
Jeez.
That's one of the bummers with it. Just go away. Cancel. Stop. Doing a live drive. Stop. I pressed the button and it still didn't go away.
There's a cancel.
I'm sorry,
I did. I
but
pressed
I
it.
can't.
Wow.
There we go. Okay. Would you take an MB GTR, AMG GTR, or an Audi R8 V10, or what's a comparable BMW? Something like a BMW M8 competition coupe. I guess that's not really, M8's a much bigger car. I'm trying to think of what would be a BMW competitor. BMW doesn't really have a supercar version.
They
of
don't?
Things like that.
Wow.
Not really.
Wow.
Yeah, most big BMW sporty cars are just overweight and not the same.
Gosh, this car is so beautiful on the inside. Everything about it is just so pristine looking. Even the lines here. Gosh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I guess we haven't really been talking about the car much, but this thing is great inside. It's one of the best interiors. It's a little chintzy for some people.
What?
Wow. Yeah, I know, especially some older, more classy types don't really like the kind of gaudy, huge screen and the metal speaker grills, and it's a little showy.
Chintzy means cheap.
Does it?
Yes.
I thought it meant like classy cheap though, like things like bling bling rhinestones sorta. Is that fair?
I would just call that gaudy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'm going for gaudy.
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 Maybe. Anyways.
If you did an Audi all up in gold and rhinestones and stuff, it'd be a gaudy Audi.
Gaudy, Audi, gaudy, Audi, gaudy, Audi. What's that? What song is that?
Some stupid, I think, Megan Thee Stallion song.
It's really bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Alex says he just bought an E90 3030Xi with a stick.
Ooh, wow.
Had an F30 and hated the driving experience, but loves the steering. And i6 from the E90.
Nice, yeah. E30 is the same BMW that you first drove stick on. That one.
Oh,
that white one.
yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But he got a 330, so it would have been slightly faster than the one you drove.
Wow, sweet.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah. Safari is saying thank you and did comment, but you replied to someone else.
Oh, fair enough.
He thinks. Yeah. So, anyways, #1 Gamer says, love your channel, man.
Aww.
You're a great reviewer, and I hope this channel gets more attention in the future. Keep up the hard work, guys. Aw, thank you, #1 Gamer.
Hey, #1 Gamer, if you're still on, what sort of games do you play? Because we dabble in a few of the video games.
Yeah, both of us do. Yeah.
We'll play some Minecraft and some Counter-Strike and some Skyrim and Oblivion and GTA. What do you play?
Yeah.
I know IpsyRC, one of our subscribers, plays a lot of GTA and I think Call of Duty Warzone as well.
And Counter-Strike as well.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah. The Lord Tanchanka.
Hey, he made it to a stream.
Is that Wide Putin?
It is Wide Putin.
Hey, man.
He said he was having trouble finding the streams earlier, so I'm glad he found this because I totally forgot to make a post about it with all.
Wow.
We're having internet issues right before the live stream.
Yeah, we were.
Our internet at home is actually down right now, but good thing we got the Daily Motor MiFi, which is actually doing remarkably well today.
Right,
very strong stream
right there.
You guys are getting that crisp 720p.
Nice.
Is this
Okay.
a policeman down this way? It might be an airport security.
Mr. Popo.
Yep. Oh look, it's an asymmetrical Land Rover Discovery. Look at the back of that car.
Asymmetric. Oh, that's awful looking. It looks European.
Well, it is.
That's stupid.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Texas license plate.
Why did the car go into neutral?
That's weird.
Oh, I must have done that actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very silly. They straightened it out a little bit for the 2021 model year, but it still looks weird.
Nice. Joshua John is asking, do y'all have any links? Oh, this is funny. To the sound test music on your Spotify or YouTube music? Yeah, it's in the description of each of those.
Yep. Every sound test video has the links way down in the description. Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
I love.
Look at this puddle.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm just gonna really enjoy saying the Lord Tachanka
Right.
all evening long.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Says, how y'all doing?
We all doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah. PS1 Hagrid.
You've seen that PS1 Hagrid before, right?
I haven't.
You've definitely seen it. It's that really ugly, like, very poorly animated Hagrid meme that gets.
Oh, I think
it's like real fat, real like
yeah.
What was it in reference to? What was the comment?
At the Lord Tachanka, our Lord and Savior Chanky. That's gotta be a reference. What? That's a video. Is that a video game character?
I think he's told us what the Lord Tachanka is before.
I don't know what it is.
Because he's been on before.
Right. I don't know what it is. Anyways.
I just like calling him Spooky Putin.
Yeah, that was funny. Oh, there are a lot of comments I did not read.
Hit him up.
They're talking about
I'm gonna play around.
names.
I'm gonna turn the car around and go through some of the neat stuff you can do on the screens of this car while Alyssa bullet points the comments here. Are you filtering this?
Yeah, I'm reading them.
Okay.
Hagrid says he's trying to get a PC.
Oh, that's somebody's name? Is Hagrid?
PS1 Hagrid is their, like...
Oh, that's their
YouTube.
username. That's awesome.
Yeah, username. The Lord Tachanka wants us to play Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, isn't that what your nephew plays?
Yeah, he's like tamed sandwich.
Yeah.
69420 or something.
Probably not.
Probably not, but he probably is.
There's the sport version of the gauges. This inline 6, along with the mild hybrid system, is so gosh darn smooth that you can't even tell when the car's off and on.
That's cool.
It's almost electric.
Number one gamer doesn't play any games at all. Bruh.
That seems a bit ironic, don't you think?
Yeah.
Bruh. Specifically 520 revolutions per minute.
But number one gamer just became a Daily Motor supporter.
Hey! Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So sweet.
We will consider that as a donation because today's donation goal is $20. Either $20 through YouTube or just $10 through the Cash App. That's our main goal. We're trying to get there, pay for the gas, and mostly pay for gas because we're paying double premium this week because not only do we have this E450, but we also have the Audi RS6 wagon, which you saw a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty
beautiful, crisp, like cherry red.
Yeah, almost fire engine red.
That's more.
Yeah, but and aggressive looking too. A lot of black accents, very wide stance. I was thrashing it around yesterday. Did some launch controls. The thing is pretty spicy. So we're gonna be spending a lot of money on premium fuel this week. So we're going for that $20 donation. And if we get to $10, just half of that, we'll throw Alyssa behind the wheel of this E450. See what she has to say. And for every $5 donated, we'll do a launch. And we will consider that last donation to be $5 because it's pretty close.
Nice.
So thank you for joining.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm reviewed some of these.
Ron, there's your test. We got a 3,800 RPM soft rev limiter.
That's so much.
Anyway, you can interrupt me at any time here.
Okay. What are your thoughts on not having a non-AMG E-Class like the older 2014 Mercedes E550?
Oh, well, they probably mean there's like no in-between because it would go straight. I don't know, honestly, this E450 pulls so hard. I drove I had the the RS6 wagon yesterday and was blasting around, and then I got into this and it's still pretty fast. 0 to 60 is like 4.5 seconds, and it's a strong 4.5 seconds. 369 pound-feet of torque, 362 horsepower. The 9-speed does really well. It's got the mild hybrid, so it just pulls. It really feels good. So yeah, the E63 is an absolute bonkers machine, but I've got no problem. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the E53. I don't even know if they still make that. I'm assuming by the commenter that they don't. But I thought, oh, this should be, whatever. The E53 was a little stupid in my eyes. It was too smooth to be an AMG. AMG should be raw and kind of hardcore, and the E53 was too smooth. So I think this engine's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. PS1 Hagrid says to Joshua John that his mom has a 2016 E350 wagon. Says it's a great car.
Classy.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Quick rant time. Mercedes was awesome for having scrolly knobs on their steering wheel. So volume was like right here, and you could scroll. It was just like this scroller, so you could click, click, click. You hear those nice satisfying clicks. Yeah, the same exact thing here. Well, for 2021, look at this garbage. It's one of these little haptic touch sensitive things. So if you're wearing gloves, or if your fingers are sticky, or if you don't push it properly, it doesn't work. And to get fine adjustments,
yeah,
it's not great. It's a big step down from having a nice little knob on there.
This is not a very large space either.
No.
So for people with very large fingers,
If you were a big chonker machine,
you're gonna touch all the 4 other buttons that surround it on either side. You might even do something like one of those.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad as the Volkswagen haptic stuff, but it's close.
I'm really not a fan of haptic or touch sensitive buttons on your steering wheel.
I'm not a fan of it anywhere in the car.
Well, especially the steering wheel.
Right.
Because you're gonna be palming the steering wheel. People drive all different ways, and you're just gonna be like touching your hand against all those buttons.
Yeah.
And maybe possibly messing everything up. So
Big
especially
L
your
Mercedes.
cruise control. Jeez.
The E-Class has just slowly been slipping. This one does not feel quite as well put together. And to be fair, it's had 6,000 hard miles on it. But still, there's some of these materials compared to something like a Genesis. I don't know, man. It's there's not the solidness that I'd really expect and like from Mercedes.
Really?
It's a shame because the E-Class has always had that, and I don't know, man. This is
Wow.
E-Class is one of my favorite cars, so I hold it to a high standard, and it's I don't know. We'll have to. It's got its work cut out for it. Put it that way.
I was thinking it was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is very much beautiful.
Yeah.
But we've been in some other beautiful cars, and this is a little bit more pricey than some of those.
I guess that's a good point.
Think of that Volvo S90 we were in, you know. Oh, you didn't ride in the Volvo S90,
I didn't.
that's right.
No.
Shame.
That was your latest good car, bad car, car court.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the last ones before the Ridgeline.
Yeah. I really like the subtle detail in these. These look kind of fun.
Oh, in this?
Well, no, just this part right here.
The wood grain.
It's like the wood grain, but also the wavy bit right there.
Gotcha.
That's just kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I've always liked these too because it's so easy to position them right where you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably got tons of comments.
Yeah. Tachanka has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Safari has a question.
Okay.
How to get rid of the input delay with the infotainment system on his Mercedes-Benz.
Sell it?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna fix input delay, unfortunately.
No, you need
Unless
to get
it's
like a newer car with a better infotainment system.
Right. Unfortunately, most new car brands have a decent amount of input lag. It's pretty much only Tesla, and I'm trying to think of other honestly, the GM systems are pretty darn snappy as well. Car and Driver does a test. I don't know if they still do it. I haven't checked recently, but they used to do a touchscreen responsiveness test. And it wasn't foolproof, but it was fairly accurate in telling you how quick to respond screens are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, Tachanka has a question.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't really seem like a question. For audio tests, he would like you to look into playing Don't Wanna Sleep by Swift 7.
Okay.
So it's just like a song request for your...
Cool. If you can put that in a comment on a video somewhere, like maybe an obscure video or something like that, I don't know. Just comment it somewhere and then it'll come up in my channel like comment list, and at me in it, at Daily Motor when you comment. And it also has to be a copyright-free track. If it's got a copyright, I can't do it. But for channel members, you get to see copyrighted music. And I actually put out a thing today. I'm gonna do a members-only sound test for this Burmester in this E450, so I can play any sort of music in that.
Yeah. That's actually sad because Tachanka just said I would love to be a supporter, but sadly can't afford it.
I'd love to gift you one. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't offer that, which is weird. You'd think you could be able to gift subscriptions, but appreciate it, man.
Okay. Oh, cool. He's also wondering what state we're in because he's maybe thinking of moving up north.
Ah, we are in Michigan.
Yep.
Michigan. Yeah. Yep. No, it's a decent place. You know, it's got goods and bads, but a decent amount of goods, I would say. What else?
Yes. Oh, the Pittsburgh Man is in the chat, and he also mentioned that if this is a heated steering wheel, you might not need gloves. So you would still be able to do the functions.
It is not wait a minute. Mercedes used to have the heated steering wheel thing right here, but it's not. So does that mean it's not a heated steering wheel? Let's see, menu. No, this is not a heated steering wheel. So
is that an option?
Yeah, it's an option.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Let me see if I use my shirt. Oh, I can still tune it up with my shirt. So that's something.
That is hardcore testing.
Right.
A Safari just became a Daily Motor member.
Hey, thanks,
Wow.
A Safari. Neat.
Super nice.
That gives us up to $6. We got a few launch controls to do here.
We do. Cool. All right. So, channel's too underrated. That's so nice.
Mm-hmm. Once, if we get a good break to hop out and do a little walk around.
Let's do it now. Yeah.
Let me turn the car around first.
Never mind. Everyone's making fun of #1 gamer for not being a gamer.
Ha. Sounds like he's more like #2 gamer. Like poop.
You just became a member, man. Lighten up.
Everybody needs poop. We're just playing with you, man. There we go. The E450 sedan. It's a.
Match this car, bro.
Hey, I do. You're right. That's neat. It's a classy design, that's for sure, but I don't care for the stumpiness that they put into the E-Class. I thought for a while there the E-Class looked pretty darn classy, and now it's a very very blunt front end. The lights are shrunken a little bit. What do you think? Do you like the looks?
I think it's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah. The hood is a little bit too much of a snout.
Yeah, snout. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I don't really like long hooded cars.
Oh.
Yeah. I like it all to be proportionate.
Interesting.
And this is just, I've seen a lot of the BMWs really have really long hoods.
Yeah.
Really big fronts. I'm just not a fan of those.
Well, you know, the reason they do that is because under most BMWs, as well as this Mercedes, you're rocking.
Oh, you're gonna show us the engine.
An inline 6, and inline 6s need a lot of vertical space.
Ah.
If I can find the little...
That badge looks so good. Oh, okay, yeah, it takes up the entire thing.
Right, so you have a lot of room on each side, but you need the length.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is interesting that they put 6-cylinder right here, but not inline 6. Huh.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be easy to do spark plugs though, because it looks like the engine ends about right there. So you'd be able to get all those pretty
good.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I like everything about the rest of it, minus just the snouty hood, but
the other thing, and someone can tell us in the chat, Moran would be good for this, or Yas or someone if he's in. Can you get like a vertical badge now? Because the E-Class for a while, you could still get the normal hood ornament, if you will.
Yeah.
Rather than just that little badge thing.
On the front.
If you still get that.
Interesting.
I don't think you can, but kind of a shame. I'm sure you can buy them aftermarket and just glue
Yeah,
them.
but that's not the same.
Right, it's not the same.
Probably not the same. I do love how the rest of the car looks.
Yeah.
I think the chrome pieces on it actually work really well. It helps to balance this really beautiful deep navy blue color, and it makes it all look so classy.
I do really like this color, and you can get some neat colors with the E-Class.
Yeah.
Decent sized trunk, could definitely fit a body in there. Now if I were to get an E-Class, it would be the wagon, of course. More practical, better ride. Do have some underfloor storage. So
What's that
neat.
thing?
This?
Yeah.
Looks like some sort of compartment, like a storage bin. Maybe it fits in there, maybe you can put it up here or something. Sure. Yeah, a little bit of netting. And then powered, of course.
Oh, I like that it's powered. You think it's silly, but I like it. Come look at the back of it.
Well, I want you guys to hear this though.
Oh.
It just doesn't, listen to it close. It doesn't sound...
That's a little rattly.
Yeah.
Rattly when you open it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, echoey. Maybe because it's just echoing off of the empty space in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sound confidence inspiring.
Yeah. That's not something you want to hear when you're putting your groceries in the back of your really nice car at a Kroger.
And then the other thing is this, the store handle, open it, it feels insignificant. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I can see that.
And I know this is subtle, I know this sounds nitpicking, but the E-Class has always been like a bulletproof car. Like if you got Moran's E-Class from the 90s, I mean, it'd be like everything's a rock. So it's a bit of a shame to be moving away from that.
It's definitely plasticky.
Mm-hmm.
Like a polyplastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm beginning to see what you mean when you say it's a little bit lacking.
Yeah.
In materials.
And it's only, if this were a $40,000 car or something, we certainly wouldn't be quite so nitpicky, but we're talking $76,000 E-Class. People pretty much get an E-Class because they don't need the size of an S-Class, but they still want most of the luxury features of an S-Class.
Ron says you can order the hood ornament.
Good.
You have to order it from the dealer.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Getting a little toast area.
It's a little humid, yeah.
It is quite. Now that the rain stopped, it's probably going to start heating up some more. I will say I love the Mercedes HVAC controls. Very straightforward. Super easy to just turn the fan up or down, temperature up or down.
We also didn't go in the back seat yet.
Yeah, we will.
You wanted to do?
We will, but I want to get to a few comments. I want to do some launches for our 2 new channel members.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The E-Class still is a joy to drive though. Very floaty, very old school luxury feel, but then when you get on it, like I said, this inline 6 has a lot of grunt.
Wow. The Pittsburgh Man said that's the sound of a Honda Civic truck. Trunk.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not made like they used to.
And I had heard reports that C-Classes were kind of starting to get cheap, but I was hoping that the E-Class would be immune from that, and I don't know.
Weren't the C-Classes already? They're the lower
Yeah, they're
class
lower.
Of the E?
But smaller and less expensive shouldn't mean cheap when it's still coming from a premium brand like Mercedes.
Gotcha, okay.
Oof, our hot spot is indeed hot.
Is it?
It is a hot spot. Let's go over some of these big bumps. We always suspension really does a good job at isolating.
It does. You do hear a lot of the tire though, but we were going through some pedals, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, I think that's playing a part. Do these extend? Good,
they extend a lot.
They do extend, but it's still very plasticky and kind of hard to pull. I almost sound like, I feel like I sound like Nathan with all his complaining, but it's a little petty, but it's also true. Oh, I forgot this road is being constructed.
Yeah, this is fresh.
Why are they redoing this road? This road was fine.
I don't know.
That road back there is trash, and yet it's not being torn up. This road was fine and smooth. It's smooth enough for us to do launch controls on.
Yeah.
And yet they're resurfacing it.
Now we can't do launch controls on this because of all the gravel.
Right. I'll have to turn on this road up here.
Yeah. Tachanka, that's Michigan for you. We've got really bad roads. Oh, he was also asking what part of Michigan we're in. We're in southeast.
Yeah, Ann Arbor area.
Yep, Ann Arbor.
Yep.
Beautiful city. I love Ann Arbor.
Skirt, skirt.
So this is not going to have any sort of sport, is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we got Sport and Sport Plus.
Sport and Sport Plus.
Yep, it's got an air suspension, so it firms up. And the road is still wet, so we're gonna get some slippage, but we'll see what happens.
That was some force on my face.
Yeah, like I said, it's still, that torque comes in and it pulls. It really does.
Yeah.
It's definitely enough power for you to, it's kind of like our Tesla. Like it's enough power. Ooh, look at this puddle.
Oh gosh, we're gonna destroy our engine.
That's significant. It's enough power for you to, in any sort of traffic situation, pull ahead and be like, ooh.
Yeah.
A little tinge there.
Yep.
Fun stuff. Yeah.
Moran says, I do have a surprise car that I took delivery of last week. It's fast, and it's a wagon, and it's not a Mercedes. Dude, you're just buying cars literally every week. It's just so amazing. Every time, almost every live drive, You're like, I got a new car, guys, and I just think it's so fun.
If it's fast and a wagon and not a Mercedes, there's two options.
I also enjoy this part of it.
If he got a 535i wagon, BMW wagon, that would be pretty neat. Also, a little bit of a gamble because those things are not very reliable, and I could only see Moran getting one of those if he were going to mod the heck out of it, because they're not
tune it up and then get rid of it.
Well, so yeah, just super tune it up, because they're not. I mean, they're fast enough from the factory, but not like Moran levels of fast.
Gotcha.
So it's either that or he got an RS6 wagon, just like we have, and I'd be surprised because he already getting an R8.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the RS6 with all of its screens, but we'll talk about that more on Friday's live drive.
Cool. All right. I also appreciate that Moran makes you guess.
Yeah.
I love that.
Makes me work for it.
Yep.
I can't think of any other wagon that's fast unless he got like an LS swapped Acura TSX wagon or something, but I couldn't see him doing that.
Nice. No, everyone else in the chat is guessing.
Yeah.
Too. Tachaka's asking if it's an Audi A6 Avant.
Well, it wouldn't be an A. He'd get an RS.
Okay.
RS6.
And then PS1 Hagrid is asking if it's a CTS-V or an RS6.
Oh, I totally forgot about the CTS-V wagon. That would be cool. I could see Moran getting one of those because he likes American muscle too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call, Hagrid.
Number One Gamer changed his name to Number One quote-unquote fake gamer. I love that. It's asking if it's a V60. I was wondering if Volvo too.
Yeah, those aren't hardcore enough.
Those are fast, but
yeah. I think Moran needs to be a little more hardcore than that.
yeah. Joshua John says those turn signal stalks look like the shared turn signal stalk on many Teslas, especially the gear stock.
They are. It's the exact same one.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you notice that, babe?
I did not.
Yeah. Tesla just bought Mercedes gear stocks.
That's awesome.
Which I think, if you're going to take a gear lever from anyone, I'm glad they did Mercedes, because I love column shifters like this. It's so easy.
Yeah.
You just, I'm in the car, bloop, done,
Yeah.
ready to go, driving. It's great. None of this mumbo jumbo. Look at all this space we have
Yeah,
here now.
so much space.
Very well and symmetrical, well-sized cup holders. All this area, very clean, very uninterrupted, because the shifter is here.
Right. Volvo V90, they're still asking.
Okay.
Yeah. NC Styles is asking if the CX-30 feels more premium. Isn't that a Mazda?
Yeah, I see the parallel he's trying to make. No, this still feels better than a CX-30. Although the CX-30 does feel a little tighter in certain spots, like that rear door closing, or opening.
Nice.
But you gotta understand, we're criticizing this car at $70,000, not at 30.
Right, yeah, 75 to be, well, 76, 140 to be quite exact. But, so someone guessed Moran's new car.
Yeah?
Do you want to guess who it was?
I think he got a CTS-V wagon.
No.
No?
No. What was
Okay.
the other one? The same person asked if it was two different cars.
Okay. I don't know.
It was PS1 Hagrid.
Oh?
Asked if it was an RS6, and it is.
Wow, that's funny. Is it new? Did he say it's a new one? Yeah, it's gotta be new. They didn't bring any old, unless it was a really
Well, he said he
old
took delivery of it, so.
So he and I, we have the same car as Moran this week.
That's awesome!
That's really cool.
Wow!
Neat. Well, alright. So you took delivery, I assume you've driven it, and it's not out of break-in period yet, so you probably haven't been too hard on it, but how do you think it compares to the 4-liter in the AMGs? Because I thought, while the RS6 is fast, that engine is not loud enough. It doesn't even sound like the previous RS7, like the previous gen RS7, which sounded amazing. It's definitely fast, but it didn't have the soul and the character of the AMG engine, so I'm curious what you think.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Looks neat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what you think of all the screens to control everything. It's not necessarily the functionality that bothers me, it's the fact it's all so bright. It's just so much light being beamed into you. And I know you can turn them off and stuff, but it's a little unnecessary. I prefer this very elegant, simple solution.
Do you need to do highway talking?
Oh, this thing will drive itself pretty well. Actually, really well. Watch this. When it hits the 55, it's going to slow itself down.
It is doing that, yeah.
Yeah. So it reads the speed limit.
Ooh!
And
That was like a sharp turn.
yeah, drives itself really well.
That's sweet.
Yep. Other than that, I mean, E-Class is comfortable on the highway, big surprise.
Didn't you say Mercedes was the one that has a really good self-driving system and they only put it in their top cars?
That's Cadillac.
Dang it.
Yeah. No, Mercedes does have a really good self-driving though.
Nice.
Yeah.
So apparently...
No! Don't! Bad. Cancel.
What can I do for you?
You can shut the heck up, is what you can do.
That was so censored.
Stop. Just stop. I was in the car in a Mercedes with Nathan, and
It's done! It did it again! I knew it was gonna do it
Darn
again!
it!
Stop doing that, Charles. Say
I was
Merc.
in a Merc with Nathan from Daily Motor, and that happened, and we started going off.
I hope that Mercedes... Dang it. Oh, it didn't do it for me. I hope that they actually record what you say, and then they actually get to, like, people that make, the engineers that make this car are like, oh boy, they really hate that.
Yeah, let's Sport Plus this whole turn here.
Oh gosh.
We're fighting for a lot of grip there.
We seriously were. It's almost like they put gravel on that road too.
Yeah. I had that earlier when I was shooting the winding road video. I went around the roundabout and it was pouring down rain, and I just was pushing it to the limit, and it was, the car was ever so slightly just sliding away. And I was like,
jeez. Moran says for his RS6, I would tell you guys how to put it in dyno mode, but it's a 4MATIC.
it's a 4MATIC?
Yeah.
So you can't maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
NC Style says I should drive to get my opinion. You gotta donate, dude.
We're actually really close. If we're at $6 donation. In fact, we need to do another launch control for our other new member. And if we get $10, so just another $2 on the Cash App or $4 through YouTube, we'll put Alissa behind the wheel.
Yeah. Safari is asking mom. Sorry, man. Moran, where he's based so that they can race. I think that's cute.
He's in LA.
Yeah.
Alright, speaking of race, we're gonna do one right here.
Safari is in the EU.
Okay.
Chris Brower's in the chat.
Hey, Chris.
Says a nice Benz.
Benzo.
Yeah.
You guys all know Chris for doing some excellent reviews lately, including the Civic Car Court with like 65,000 views at this point.
Heck yeah.
Just did a Telluride review that is doing well.
Moran also says 4.0 in Mercedes is much better than Audi.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I agree.
We need at some point to talk about this really cool ambient lighting.
Oh my gosh.
It's absolutely beautiful. I don't even like ambient lighting because I think it's pointless.
Mercedes does the best ambient lighting in a
They have really nice. Look at it right now.
It's so bright.
It's down here.
Pretty much the only brand that it's so bright you can see it in the sunlight.
Yeah. They do a really good job because what they've done is they've created some shade underneath here, and then they lit up that shade with a color so you can actually see it. So that's pretty cool. Ron says he doesn't mind the screens in the RS6.
Okay.
Cool.
That's good.
And apparently the Lord Tachanka is going to be moving very close to our area.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey man, subscriber meetup. I'm totally down.
Yeah, he says it would be cool as HE double hockey sticks to do a video with y'all if you want XD.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I think that would
hit
be
us
really
up
cool.
in that email.
Yeah. When he's supposed to come to this area too, I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we can show off a little bit more of the ambient lighting now. So you've got all these colors. I'm going to leave the camera on right there. and go down to the colors on the screen here, change them up, not only can you pick all these different colors, but you can have them sort of cycle through the colors as well. So you see I've got all these different color options. There's like multicolor ones, and then if you just click that, then you can literally pick any color of the rainbow, which is so smart. I can't believe all brands don't do that. But like if I go up to jungle green, and in the nighttime, this light is so strong. I mean, the fact that you can see it at all right now is impressive, but because it's still bright outside.
Huh.
What you giggling about over there, Goofy?
Fancy Styles is like, somebody, donate. I just Googled your car. You're loaded. I love that. I'm not begging for it, but I just think that's funny.
Yeah. No, we never beg individuals.
Nope. Whatever you just feel like. Yep. Whatever.
We just beg as a collective group to pay us money.
Yep. There you go. Chris is asking if you would prefer this or a 540i.
The 5 Series BMW is not very good.
Okay.
Not a big fan of it. Not a fan of the looks. Not a fan of the driving dynamics. I mean, the motor and that 40 Series motor is good, but this inline 6 is amazing. So yeah, definitely this. Although, if I could get an inline 6 with the Genesis G80, that's what I would take. Car and Driver just did a comparison between the E-Class and the G80. And when I read it, I was like, you guys, what the heck are you talking about? But now, after spending more time in this newest 2021 E450, I hate to say it, but I can see the argument.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's significantly cheaper. You get most of the features. You get more features with the Mercedes, but not significantly more. And it just doesn't look as good as that Genesis.
Cool.
And I'm not even a big looks guy.
No, you're not.
I'm much more function over form.
Yeah, you are.
So we can just get a little bit more donation. Pittsburgh Man, I know you got a little in there. I know you're good for it.
You just said that we don't bag individual people for it. Speaking of which, the #1 fake gamer just donated $5.
What?
Thanks, man. That's awesome. I think.
Dang,
Was that enough? Was that what we needed?
Oh, it's totally enough.
Wait, that's $11 total.
It's $12 total.
No, because it's 6 plus 5.
Touche. $11 total. That's what I said. To drive? Yeah, neat. Just $9 more to get to our overall $20 donation goal. Just a heads up, if you donate #DailyMotor using the Cash App, we count all those donations as double because Google doesn't get their greedy hands in the pot. Yep. So I'm gonna whip around here and we'll put Lissarinos behind the wheel, but before we do that, let's get a little bit more skirting. Skirt, skirt! Listen to this inline 6 a bit.
Roundabout.
You do get paddle shifters.
That's cool.
But Moran, it does not hold gears. Another thing that's kind of fun, if you go down to eco mode, the other end of the spectrum, right now, our engine just completely shut off. We're just coasting. And if you look right here on the tachometer, 0 RPMs.
That's amazing.
It's sail mode, as the Germans call it, and it's to save gas. Yeah, so it'll coast like this for a really, really long time.
That's awesome.
If I start to put my foot on the brake, the engine actually comes on to help engine brake as well as to charge up. There's a mild hybrid system, so there's a very small, I don't even think it's a battery, I think it's just some capacitors that can store a charge for short periods of time. And then when I accelerate like this, it can actually supply extra electric energy to go forward. But when I get off the gas just to coast like this, the engine shuts off.
Wow. Did you guys just watch that plummet from 3?
Yeah. So we're just cruising around with no engine right now. It's all just running off that capacitor.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Sail. Let's sail some.
Another neat feature that Mercedes have that I don't know about any other brand that has this, and this is what I mean about subtle features that you get with Mercedes over everyone else. It has an ear protection system. So if it senses that you're about to get into a crash, right before you're about to make impact, the speakers will blast what's called pink noise. It's just a really loud sound that will tighten your eardrums because we naturally have a noise defense. That's why, like, if you're listening to loud music, you notice that you have to kind of turn it up after 20, 30 seconds, whatever, because your ears actually adapt, similar to how your eyes adapt to bright light. Your ears sort of tighten themselves up and resist sound. So by Mercedes blasting that noise to the speakers right before impact, it can save your hearing when you actually make impact and the airbags go off and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's very subtle safety technology right there, and that debuted in the E-Class.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's incredibly subtle. I mean, who else does something like that?
I don't know any other brand that does that.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool. Huh, they really do care about your safety.
They do.
Right. Sweet.
Any other comments before we get you on the helm here?
A ton of them. You'll have to catch up to a bunch. You do a really good job of that because I don't have to read it out and you can just respond to it.
That is a good point.
Yeah. Chris is asking if you'd prefer this or an S90 T8. Ooh, that's a Volvo, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the Volvo that we just had. I would take the Volvo. This is an A-Class sound system. That Bowers & Wilkins was an S-Class sound system. S-tier, I should say. And I like the overall use of the interior more in the Volvo. I think the outside looks a ton better. This is a little bit, it's better riding and more exciting to drive, but I'd rather have the plug-in hybrid aspects, even though this does get really good fuel economy. So,
did you do the fuel economy test yet?
Not yet, nope.
Okay. Are we switching right here?
We're switching right here.
All right then. Cool. I'll hand that off to you.
Yep, I'm gonna save my seat using the seat memory. Heated and cooled seats, of course. Ooh. Take another peek at this beautiful sedan, although I don't think the front's that beautiful. I think they've progressively messed up the looks more and more. I liked the mid-2000s E-Class a bunch, and then after that I thought, yeah, it was still very good looking, very sharp car. And then the next redesign I was like, that's a little weird. And then the one after that I was like, okay, this is decent. And this one I just, it looks like the new BMW X3 with the headlights. Just weird. Too bland, too generic.
I'm waiting to adjust my seat because I want you to see
how low Alyssa's sitting.
This is ridiculous. I cannot.
Wait, before you adjust your seat, I want to show you a cool feature that Mercedes has.
I wonder if I'm even going to be able to see it.
We go to comfort, back, seat comfort. Where is it? No, gosh, Mercedes menus are so confusing. Is it under? It's somewhere in here. Just everybody wait.
Go up. It's also showing them just how extensive the menu is because, geez.
Settings, vehicle, automatic seat adjustment. Alissa is 5'1", and we're gonna hit start positioning.
That's actually awesome.
This is where a 5'1" person is expected to sit in this car. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone's proportions are different, so this doesn't really work because some people have shorter legs and longer torsos and everything.
It's not how I do it.
No, it did it for me, and it's not how I would sit at all either.
My knees are bent so much. I do not like that. No, this is how I would do it. That's. Wait, I want to see how. Oh, that's the height limit.
Still looks like you can get decently high, which is not the case for all cars.
Yeah.
All right, well, Alissa continues to do that. Oh, another thing, don't forget you can do right here, Les, the, you can shorten the thigh.
I did that, actually.
Okay.
I like to elongate it, actually.
Oh, cool. All right, let's go through here. Thanks again, #1 fake gamer. That's awesome. Time for you to drive. If you guys want to see the color of the RS6, I did an upload. Okay, cool, Moran. We will check that out. Turn Alyssa's brightness up here. Oh, we got to do a launch, too. Well, we'll let Alissa do a launch because we know she loves it. Okay. NC Styles wants you to drive because the donation goal is met. Pittsburgh Man said someone beat me to it. Everyone can see Pittsburgh Man has that special bronze DM logo because he's been a member for over a month. Pretty neat. Lord Chanka, these auto stop start engine systems are absolutely horrible for your car's reliability. The majority of engine wear happens upon startup of the engine. That is true, Tachanka, but I will point out that this is a 48-volt mild hybrid system, and the start-stop happens so much quicker and easier because it can just blast the engine back to life rather than having to like struggle a bit more like a 12-volt. Window sticker for this Benz, Joshua John, is 76 grand. As you drive over time, problems, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know it's Chonka, but hey man, we gotta kiss the EPA's butt. What else? F.
It's fine if I go through this. This is so deep.
Yeah, just go right through the middle.
Should I go fast, slow, what?
Decent size, yeah, decent.
This is
Yep,
fine?
yep, yep. A little bit faster maybe. Yeah, you're fine, so it's not that deep. Also, we use the air suspension to raise it up, so less chance of drowning this.
I can't decide if I'm too close or too far away.
Anyone know if I can turn that off? My car has cylinder deactivation. RIP engine. What car do you have? A Safari?
Ooh. Not like that.
Yeah, let's get you out of eco mode right now. No, it's comfort. I've noticed a few rough early shifts too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, really rough. Just barely putting my foot on the gas and it's like,
NC Styles agrees, it does look very BMW. Nathan, the Chevy Traverse has one of the smoothest V6s I've ever experienced. Really, Nathan? Was that? It must have been a 3.6, because that's the only smooth V6 Chevy motor I can think of. I already have stop start off, so that'll help. It's Chonka, blah, blah, blah. I'll donate on the Audi Live. Also, Nathan, we all know you love Nissans. Talk about them. Yeah, Nathan and the Pittsburgh Man both hate Audis, or not Audis, Nissans, and for good reason. We're getting the new Pathfinder soon, so that'll be an interesting live drive. Hopefully Nathan's here for that.
It's so easy to drive fast.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
German cars are great for that.
Yeah. Well, the Autobahn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it just takes the road so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps that we don't have chonker wheels like the RS7 or RS6 does, 22s.
I wonder what size Ron has on his RS.
I think they all come with 22s because the huge brakes on them, yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
One thing that's really subtle that I really like, and I keep on looking back, is the rear view mirror. It's wide.
Oh.
It's huge. It's wide here and it's tall. And it's also really nice, and the dimensions are almost exactly proportionate to the rear window.
Okay.
Right there. It's just it's both so I've been driving the Tesla all day today, and both of those are just thin little, it's a thin mirror and it's a thin little rear window. So it feels so enclosed, and you really gotta like peer through it. This is just like bright and open. It's like, look at me. Look at me. So that's really nice. I like that. And I keep on looking at it because I like it so much.
Does this Benz have massage sheets? It does.
Massage sheets.
Massage sheets. 76 grand, LOL. I'd rather get a Velar at that price point.
Velar? What's that?
It's a Range Rover. It's a very beautiful car. Range Rover makes very pretty cars. I just don't like the way they drive. So Velar for this. But this definitely drives a lot smoother and much more powerful. Okay, Charlie, I will be moving 3-ish hours away from y'all in a few months, so eventually then I'll be sick for a video. I agree, man. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. 3 hours in what direction? I want to know. I bet you're going closer to the Lansing area, maybe Grand Rapids, but...
Well, even Grand Rapids is only about 3 hours away, so...
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just, well...
Yeah, just tell us where you're going.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to broadcast it. Yeah. But no one cares. That isn't no one's interested, but like no one's going to stalk you. We're all good people here. Yeah. Yeah, a little squeaky squeak.
Squeaky
Might
squeak.
From the rain.
Yeah.
Moran, oh yeah, maybe they can do cylinder. Yeah. Oh snap! A Safari has a GT63S. That is one of my favorite cars that I've ever driven. Like top 5 favorite cars ever is the GT63S. It's an excellent car, and it's amazing what that car is capable of. In fact, I'm surprised that Moran Samari doesn't have the GT63S. Samadi? Right.
Yeah. You said Samari?
Yes. Moran Samadi doesn't have a GT63S. Oh, what do you know? A Jeep Cherokee going like 30 miles per hour below the speed limit. Surprise, surprise. At 76 grand, I would buy a Lexus LS500. Yeah, that's a good call. Nathan, yeah, 3.6 liter in the Traverse. I drove one yesterday for the first time. Yeah, I mean, the 3.6 is a really good. Less the squeal in the tires. Oh, you gotta do a launch too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alyssa's getting comfortable pretty quick. So if I came home with a Mercedes E-Class, you wouldn't be too disappointed?
No, this would be fine. I really love this entire system. I love how it looks. I love how close it is. I like how close. I should probably have both hands on my wheel while I'm going through this curve, but I like how close this is. And I don't know, it just seems so open and refreshing and like not something that would just be so confusing looking. One of the things I pay attention to is how quickly would I be able to adjust to this whole setup in here if I were to drive. And this just looks, I mean, I haven't done anything, but it's very straightforward looking, and I really love how the gauge looks. It's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like having a digital gauge in that, I mean, it just shows you
just the number.
Just the number.
Right.
And I love having the speed limit thing because I always want to know how much I am speeding, if I am going to speed at all.
Well, you can do so many things with this too. It takes forever to customize exactly how you want, but we'll show it more when we're stopped. But you could even do things like bring up the map right in the middle.
Oh, I love that. I would always do that. I am always having to look at the map. Probably, well, maybe I would.
Because, I mean, like, look at that. It takes up so much of the screen. You still get your speed. Oh, you guys can't even see. There you go.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. I would always use that because I'm always having to go and look at places I've not usually been before.
Right.
So that would be cool. I'm going to do a launch on this road.
I'll do a little Alissa launch, and then I got comments to get to.
We have been very comment heavy this live drive, and I love it. Thank you guys so much. What's this blazer going to do? Nothing.
Blaze it.
All right, how do I do it?
You're just going to do full brake, and then full gas, and then release the brake.
Okay. Sorry, my left foot is not used to being in the thing.
Hard down on the brake.
Hard down on the brake, hard down on the gas, and then let go. Ready?
Yep. Nice, we got some grip on that one.
And 60.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Well, I know this would beat the Tesla.
It would?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The Tesla's down lower around 300 horse, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 362 horse and 369 torque.
Yep.
So, it's got good torque.
All right, blah, blah. Lord Tachanka's 3 hours southeast, Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
Probably the Cleveland area. And then Pittsburgh Man waiting for that Daily Motor Toronto road trip. Well, how about you tell Trudeau to open up the border and we can actually make it happen.
Trudeau's still there. Jeez.
Yeah, pretty boy. Blah, blah, blah. Nathan, you can't disparage the Daily Motor name by saying the Equinox is a good car. It isn't.
He said that?
Yeah, he drove
How
one.
dare you?
Just because his girlfriend has an Equinox, you gotta think it's a good car. It's not. They're awful. Look up Chevy Equinox engine failures from the early 2010s.
Nathan sold out.
Yeah, it's worse than the Ford power shift transmission issues.
I do not want to follow that guy. I'm gonna go around again and then go back. Oh wait, it's 7 though.
You can go straight and take a right at the roundabout.
Yeah, you're right. I want to say more. Nathan, that's a biased opinion and you know it.
Hey, thanks Safari. He gave us €10.
Wow!
And said your videos are just on point. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
And that is our donation goal.
Nice!
Cool,
Even the
thanks.
euro, it's probably like 7 US.
No, it's more. I'm pretty sure the euro is still stronger than the dollar.
Yeah, 10 euro, 7 US.
That'd be the other way around.
Oh, my bad.
I think so. Pretty sure. I don't know.
My bad.
Blah, 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 blah. What is interesting, I was in a new Ford Expedition and Chevy Tahoe. The Ford felt super, super cheap for the same price point compared to the Tahoe. Yeah, the new Expedition does feel a little cheap compared to the Tahoes. Blah, 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 blah. All of it felt hollow. Nathan said, I like the Ford Escape more than the Equinox, but the Equinox is very underrated.
Bruh.
No, it's not. I don't like the way it drives, especially the new ones. It's just bland. They used to make a diesel, so that was good, but...
Wow.
And I also don't like the typical Equinox driver, is my main issue.
That's also a biased opinion, but
You're
the other
right.
way.
The Lord Tachanka agrees with Nathan and says he's a GM fan, so yeah. Yeah, Lord Tachanka wants to be president of GM at some point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Would you settle for CEO? Moran, after 6 months, I may sell the RS6 for the resale value of that, and after that, I may get an E63S wagon or a GT63S, but I'm torn between the... Oh my gosh, don't make me just decide between an E63S wagon and a GT63S, because I think it would depend... You're gonna take a left here, or...
Oh, yeah.
if you could only have one sporty car, I would take the GT63 because it practically feels like an AMG GT but with 4 seats. Now, in your case, since you have multiple fun sporty cars, I would get the wagon because you can use it as more of a daily and more of a practical mobile. Pittsburgh Man said Nathan sold out.
Yes. See? Yeah.
Moran, what do you do for a job? We've never asked.
He said it's just.
Didn't he say like computer stuff?
No, I don't know, maybe, but at one point he was like, "Don't worry, guys, it's not illegal."
Yes,
so
that's what it was. Yeah, Lord Tachanka asked. He said, "I need to get into whatever that is." Morpheus said the 10 euros is $12 US, both Morpheus and NC Styles. So thank you, everyone. Lord Tachanka said he would settle for CEO. Good. Then I'd hire y'all and Scotty Kilmer to help. Interesting. Well, it'd be interesting to have a beer with Scotty Kilmer because I don't know if that guy would settle down, man. God, if you were stuck in a room with Doug DeMuro and Scotty Kilmer, who would you kill first? Doug, Scott, or yourself? That would be a tough decision.
Doug, Scott, or yourself? Jeez.
It's like bang, marry, kill, but just kill.
Yeah, yeah. Triple homicide.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. This one's been fun. I hope that the RS6 is just as fun on Friday.
Yeah.
And
that hour flew by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. So you would you'd be down with an E-Class?
I would love this.
Yeah.
I really would love this. I honestly would feel like I could only wear an evening gown with heels in it though, whenever I get in it. Like if I'm just gonna like schlep it to like a McDonald's or a Taco Bell or something, I still would not be able to do anything. Like,
oh, you can assign gestures. Man, there's so many things you can do with the system. Another thing
that's like the Android of cars.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work in the daytime, but do me a favor. Reach down here, just with your hand. Just like reach into this area. Just your hand, just like. Nope, doesn't work. Okay.
What?
And in the nighttime, when the driver, maybe it's only when no one's in the passenger seat or something, but when you reach just over into this area, the lights turn on.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there's a motion sensor. So say your purse were down here or something like that and you needed to reach down. If none of the lights are on and you just go bloop, this action turns on the lights and it shines down here. Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie, you hated Equinoxes since before they even existed. I at least gave the Equinox a fair chance. I've driven Equinoxes. I have.
The only reason you gave the Equinox a chance because your girlfriend was in the driver's seat, so.
I would take an Equinox diesel. Did they ever put the V6 in the Equinox? Probably not. They probably only did 4 cylinders. But yeah, look up like 2013. I have a friend with an Equinox and she was like, it's leaking a bunch of oil and they say I need a new engine. Like, what do I do? I'm like, you're screwed. Because GM just built bad motors. Pittsburgh Man said, I'd kill Doug because he'd always point out the quirks and features of the room we were in.
The quirks and features.
Scotty Kilmer is my energy, though. I would kill Doug. Interesting. All right. What's time for the next live stream? 4 o'clock on Friday.
Tuesday?
Friday.
Today's Tuesday. Yep. Okay.
4 o'clock Friday. And Nathan will be playing some golf.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah.
So we will be, maybe we'll live stream Nathan's golf tournament.
That would be really cool.
That'd be neat. Nathan's playing in a golf tournament, so that'll be fun. Good luck to Nathan Dryer, even if his prize would be a Chevy Equinox, were he to win.
I mean, you could sell it and make some decent.
He'd keep it. He'd drive that thing. He'd trade his Taurus SHO for an Equinox if he could.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he really likes his SHO that much.
With stonks. Oh.
Stonks.
I don't prefer to tell you what I do for a living. Sorry. That's fair.
That's okay. You don't need to do that, man. Yeah.
Why so early? Well, the Lord Tachanka, we ended up switching and doing 4 p.m. on Fridays because some of our international audience preferred to have them a little earlier, and Alissa and I would rather not be working until 7 p.m. on a Friday, so we do a 4 to 5.
Yep.
Nathan, my ex had a Subaru and I absolutely hated it while we dated. I have liked Equinoxes since middle school.
I don't believe that. Even
no, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah. What do you think about the first gen Equinox? Because that's a very different car.
It does do that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of motion sensing.
That's awesome. How do you select it?
That's a good question. Maybe you can't.
This is a gay kind of little.
Lord Shunka, I have spots for the Lexus ES350s and the Audi A4s. Everyone does have their guilty pleasure cars. I mean, I have a Chrysler Town & Country, my dream car.
Everyone loves your van, though.
Yeah, Peggy's awesome. Cool. Well, let's hop out. We already got a bunch of people getting off the chat because they're like, "Wow, you guys are doing stupid stuff." Oh, Martino Bunny YT Wiener says Doug would poop on the Town & Country. He probably would, to be honest.
Literally. On camera.
He also probably would. Oh man, getting humid now. Okay, Mercedes E450. Thank you all for the donations. Thank you to the new channel members.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Awesome. #1 fake gamer and
A
Safari.
A Safari. Not the Safari, just a Safari.
A Safari.
Nathan does not like the first gen Equinox. That's fair. So he likes the softer ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. The first gen Equinox was quite different. Cool. Well, we will be back with the Audi RS6 to burn some fuel on Friday. We will see you all on the next one. We're Charlie and Alissa from Daily Motor, and as always,
drive on.
Moran says if you order the premium audio system, which this has, you lose the gesture control. That's weird. I don't know why. And Chonka says he also has a soft spot for the Cadillac CT6. The Cadillac CT6 is a good car. No, they are. The CT6 was one of the better Cadillacs. And A Safari said, see ya. Bye.